Can you share a specific instance where tarot reading provided you with clarity or guidance in dealing with people-pleasing tendencies?
Yeah, so here's the thing. There are some spreads. First of all, you can just do even a one card pool. You can do a one card pool to do some self-reflection. Say, for instance, if you are struggling because a friend of yours asked you to go to a party and you don't really want to go, but you're not sure why. You don't know why. So, you know what you do? Do some reflection. Just take a card. Say, for instance, you pull the Nine of Swords. Okay, you're anxious. Why are you anxious? What are you scared of? And then it's time to start reflecting. Ah, all right. Are you afraid that you're going to upset them if you say no? And you can even say, what will happen if I do say no? I'm not able to do it. You pull another card, you get the Four of Wands. Hooray! Just throwing it out there. So that is a really good simple example of how you can use tarot to do some self-reflection, especially if you are struggling with, ooh, I don't really want to do this, but they really want me to, and I know I should be setting a boundary. Well, why can't you set a boundary? What's upsetting you, right?
Yeah. And for
Mhm.
the listeners who don't know much about tarot, can you explain what the tarot cards are and how people use them? Besides,
Okay.
yours is a special, specific kind, but in
Oh,
general, yeah, yours is
oh,
probably the
well,
best kind to
it's
use tarot
thank
cards
you.
much.
Rider Waite is actually the deck that, mine is off of, and that so tarot is a tool. It's a tool. It was a tool that was used centuries ago. Now, it didn't start off as a metaphysical divination tool. In the 15th century, it started off as a game in Italy and France, and it just became a divination tool in, I believe, the 17th century or 18th century. In France it started, and then it just started to snowball and the West went on to it. So that's how it's been used. It's been used for divination, but it also can be used for a lot of other things, such as psychology, creativity, and self-reflection, as I said, decision making, all that. But that really wasn't discovered until, I'd say, recently. Recently, over the last probably 20 years or so, because everybody else thought that tarot was just a tool to do psychic readings. And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of misrepresentation of tarot, because what you see in the movies and stuff. So it's not accurate what you see. And this is why, unfortunately, it's been stigmatized as being a tool that is used for evil. And it's not. It is not. It's just cardboard. It's just 78 pieces of cardboard. Beautiful cardboard, but 78 pieces of cardboard. That's all it is. And you could use it for divination, you could use it for self-reflection, anything. That's the thing. As long as you use it for good, you're good. And I'm happy to see that there are other groups that would have shunned tarot, such as many Christians and other Jewish, those who are part of that are more religious. I'm happy to see that they're embracing it, not for divination, but for self-reflection and for practical uses. So that's actually nice to see, because it shows that the stigma is starting to soften a bit, and there's more awareness that tarot can be used for so many other things, not just divination.
That is neat. Yeah, because I do see it in movies and it's all like evil stuff. Oh,
Mm,
death or whatever. This
mm,
is like, wait a minute. Because I know a lot of people who actually use tarot cards and they use it, their intention's different. I guess it depends on the intention you have
yeah.
behind it. And when even my mentor for business coaching, she pulls out a card every day and reflects on it. So I totally see
Yeah.
what you're saying about that. And I was always fascinated by the cards. So I'm like, these are pretty neat, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, death. Okay. I mean, I remember back in now death is it rarely means physical death. And
Right.
the only time it really does is when you're asking about someone who's terminal, ready to pass. And if that card comes up, then it means it. But other than that, it means transformation. It can mean an ending, right?
Hmm.
And I just remember back, oh my goodness, this was in the 90s. Do you remember that soap, One Life to Live? Do you remember that
Yes.
soap?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember Luna Moody. Luna Moody, that was her name. She was a tarot reader. And I remember her pulling the death card and she's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. So examples like that didn't exactly help, you know?
Right.